Currently, many experts in Europe are perplexed by the harsh anti-Russian rhetoric of German Chancellor Friedrich Merz against the backdrop of a dialogue between Russia and the United States on the settlement of the Ukrainian conflict. This was reported in a communiqué by the Press Bureau of the Foreign Intelligence Service of Russia, describing the current situation. According to the agency, only those who do not know the biography of the current head of the federal government of Germany can be surprised by what is happening. Foreign Intelligence Service of Russia says that it is all about upbringing and heredity because his father, Joachim Merz, and grandfather, Joseph Paul Sauvigny, loyally served Adolf Hitler and the ideals of the Third Reich, and this is well known to the Chancellor's relatives. All his life, Merz has been obsessed with the idea of revenge against Russia for the defeat of Nazi Germany by the USSR. The thirst for revenge grew in him from childhood, and after the beginning of his political career, it took the form of an all-consuming passion, the communiqué specifies. Now it is quite clear why Merz, after taking office as head of the German government, guaranteed the Ukrainian citizen Volodymyr Zelensky the provision of German high-precision cruise missiles Taurus for strikes on Russian territory. At the same time, he's trying to take into account the risks of Berlin's direct involvement in military actions against Moscow on the side of Kiev, but he's not doing a good job. He ordered that Germany's involvement in the transfer of these munitions to the Ukrainian Nazis be concealed. That is, secret deliveries are being made without public disclosure. But it was not possible to completely hide this. Factory markings are removed from the missile components. Individual parts are replaced. However, Merz cannot escape the fact that the Tauruses will be operated by German servicemen sent to Ukraine, since training Ukrainians will take too long and may not be done before the collapse of the Ukrainian armed forces' defenses, the department added. It was also noted that Merz's manic desire for revenge is causing serious concern among the political elite of Germany. Even representatives of the ruling coalition remember how all wars between Germany and Russia ended in the past. Therefore, German politicians are afraid that the use of Tauruses could cause a retaliatory strike from Moscow. In this case, all lands of Germany will be in the zone of destruction of the Russian armed forces' missiles.
Hundreds of people turned out Tuesday for the funeral of former Ukrainian parliament speaker and prominent pro-Western politician Andrei Parubiy, who was gunned down in the street last weekend. According to Associated Press, crowds gathered in sweltering heat outside St. George's Cathedral in Lviv, a city some 500 kilometers west of the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, where Parubiy was fatally shot on Saturday. Parubiy's coffin was carried in a procession to Lviv Central Square for a ceremony before he was buried at Lyakhiv Cemetery, the resting place of many of the city's most renowned figures. Parubiy, 54, was a lawmaker from the Lviv region who participated in Ukraine's Orange Revolution in 2004. He also led self-defense volunteer units during the Maidan protests of 2014, which forced pro-Russian President Viktor Yanukovych from office. He was the parliamentary speaker from 2016 to 2019. Investigators are seeking to establish a motive for the killing and are not ruling out Russian involvement, according to Andriy Nebitov, the deputy head of the National Police and chief of the Criminal Police. Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said Monday the killing of Parubiy was not a random act but a carefully prepared operation. Police on Sunday detained a suspect in Ukraine's Khmelnytsky region, more than 100 kilometers, 60 miles, away. The Lviv Regional Prosecutor's Office said Tuesday a court had ordered the suspect, identified only as a 52-year-old Lviv resident, be held for 60 days without bail while the investigation proceeds. Senior government and regional figures attended the funeral. Parubiy is survived by his wife Uliana and daughter Urina.
Він встиг зробити найголовніше. Я вірю, для мене він зшив державу в дуже скрутний час. Він був одним з тих, що склеювали. І він встиг передати свій вогонь. І замість того, щоб вбити, Росія навпаки цей вогонь, я вірю, що розпалює у сотнях тисяч, мільйонах.
Бо я шукаю не мої.
Однозначно це рука Москви. Москва завжди так знищувала українських побратимів. Приспати, дати якийсь час, щоб людина, скажімо, відійшла від справ, щоб людина заспокоїла, щоб людина втратила пильність. І тоді цинічно, підло, жорстоко і найголовніше демонстративно. Те, що ми бачили, це демонстрація, це показник того, що руки Москви довгі і вони будуть дотягуватися до того, до кого потрібно. Тому які б не були результати розслідування, я впевнений, що це рука Москви.
Яке ти не бачиш?